Hello and welcome to Favorite Rugby on Favorite Sports for today's preview. Benetton versus the Stormers, and a pretty important game for the Stormers, who on the back of, for me, was one of the worst performances I've actually seen from them in recent times. And they're not had a bad start to the season. It was their first loss last weekend, despite missing obviously quite a few Springbok players. And it's important for them to respond from a disappointing start to the time overseas the last couple of weeks. So a big opportunity for them to get things right. And quite a few changes being made by John Dobson, continuing with the 6-2 split, but a very different look team across certain positions. So before we look at that, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the home side, which is Benetton, and they've welcomed back a number of players into their starting lineup, which includes a host of their Italian international players. So in the front row, it is Ivan Nima, Giacomo Nicotera, and Simone Ferrari. Very solid front row. I think they're going to provide quite a stern test for the Stormers front row, especially if you look at the second row of Nicolo Canoni and Federico Razza, which is the Italian incumbent second row, as well as the Italian back row of Sebastian Negri, Michel Lamara, and Lorenzo Canoni. So it's effectively the Italian scrum. And, that Italian scrum has, at times, really pitched up. But we were disappointed during the World Cup. But I think they'll fancy themselves against a Stormers pack, which are missing the likes of a France Maheba, for example, that have a little bit of a crisis really at loosehead. With a lot of injuries in that position. In terms of the halfback pairing, Alessandro Gabizzi comes into the starting lineup. He will partner Thomas Albanose in that halfback pairing. Paulo Odogwu gets a start, and Ignacio Menya in the other wing. Reno Smith will continue at full back, and in the centres, Marcos Ndar next to Malachi Fekitoa. He scored a good try last weekend. World-class players, Malachi Fekitoa, for me, one of the best signings of the season in terms of his move to Benetton. In terms of the Stormers, this is how they do line up. Right, in the starting line, Ali Famar, Scurrie, and Tibeni, and Nettling for Sheer will need to back down and be solid. Joseph Dweber has dropped down to the bench, and that's an interesting call in itself. Sorry, the graphic's wrong. But yeah, he has dropped down to the bench. It is not Angelica Fent. It is Joseph Dweber. In the second row, RJ Smith gets a start next to Ruben van Heerden, Marcel Tennyson, Ben Jason Dixon, Evan Lewis complete the loose trio. So Evan Lewis shifts back to the number 8 position, which he hasn't been playing in the last couple of games. But will be playing in the number 8 and needs to sort out the discipline. He's under a bit of a microscope at the moment for giving away a needless yellow card last weekend, which some people are crediting the loss to, which, I'm not sure is entirely fair, but it was a yellow card that was completely careless and needless. If we look at the halfback pairing, Herschel Yankees next to Jean-Luc Duplessis. It is a new centre pairing of Ruana and Ben Loden. No Sasha Fainberg on Zulu. But a big news is that a first start and a debut for Courtney Skilsan in the 14 jersey. Leland Zas in the 11 at fullback Warwick Galant. The boogeyman will continue to operate. Then off the bench, it will be Joseph Dweber, Brock Harris, Lee Marvin Mazabuko, Gary Porter, Namaklaba, Keke Marabe, Paul DeVet, and Clayton Blomekes. A very good bench. Very keen to see Namaklaba getting some more game time. I think that's where I think this game could potentially be won, is that bench coming on the second half, adding a bit of energy, adding a bit of X factor, and trying to sort of break down this Benetton side. It's a very good, strong Benetton side, and it's not the strongest Stormers side. And Stormers have not travelled well, so they're under a lot of pressure to prove that they can travel and that they can get results away from Cape Town, which they've struggled to do recently. So it's a big opportunity for them to sort of put their doubts to the rest and to try and step up. So let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'll chat to you soon.